One more revolutionary activist, that is Veer Savarkar. Okay, Veer Savarkar. He is the person. Born. When he was born? On 28th May 1883. On this date, Veer Savarkar was born, and in which place? You can see here. Bagur village, which is present in Maharashtra. Okay, in Maharashtra, one small village was there. That is Bagur village. In that village, Veer Savarkar was born on 28th May 1883. Next. And after in 1901 he got admission in Fergusson College. Okay, in 1901, after passing matriculation, he got the seat in Fergusson College. In this Fergusson College, he came into contact with Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Okay, in this Fergusson College he met one famous personality. That personality name is Lokmanya Tilak. Okay. Birth, date and place. Next, in 1901, he got admission in Fergusson College. In Fergusson College, he came into contact with Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, this is his early life. And in that college, while studying in that college, what he did? See here. During the partition of Bengal, that means around 1900 to 1905, during that year, one organization, that was Mitra Mela. Okay, here Veer Savarkar established one organization. That organization name was Mitra Mela. Okay, and in this Mitra Mela, that means after establishing the Mitra Mela, the members of this organization, they burnt the Britishers' clothes. Okay, all the members of Mitra Mela organization, they burnt the clothes of Britishers, and they expressed their angriness, opposedness against the Britishers. Because of this activity, Veer Savarkar was rusticated from college. Okay, now rusticated from college means he was sent out from the college. And after coming out of the college, again in 1904 he established Abhinav Bharat Society. You can see here Abhinav Bharat Mandir, Abhinav Bharat Society. Okay. After coming out from the college, Fergusson College, in 1904, Veer Savarkar established Abhinav Bharat. Okay, and by establishing this society, again he started his revolutionary activities against the Britishers. Next, see here, he written one book also. That book name is The Indian War of Independence 1857. The Indian War of Independence 1857. This was the name of Veer Savarkar's book. Before the publication of this book, the Britishers banned this book. Okay, na? Before its publication, this book was banned by the Britishers. But after Indian government again introduced this book, that means released the book. And here, Veer Savarkar had an opinion regarding this revolution of 1857. Actually, everybody called the 1857 revolution as a revolt, but he did not agree that. He didn't accept that 1857 revolution is a revolt. He didn't accept that thing. Okay, but instead of saying revolt, he given one name, that is First War of Indian Independence. Okay, now Veer Savarkar called revolution of 1857 as First War of Indian Independence. He did not call revolution of 1857 as revolt. Okay, but he called this revolution as First War of Indian Independence. Next, see here. Due to his revolutionary activities, he was punished by 2 life imprisonments. 2 life imprisonments means, see here, 1 life imprisonment equals to 25 years of imprisonment. 2 lifetime means 25 plus 20, 50 years. Total 50 years of imprisonment, jail. Okay, na? Why? Because of his revolutionary activities against the Britishers. See here, this is a cellular jail which is present in Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, na? In Andaman, one jail was there. That jail name is cellular jail. Okay, almost the Britishers had sent so many revolutionary activists to this cellular jail, and in this cellular jail he was tortured a lot. Okay, Veer Savarkar was tortured in this jail so much. See here, while he was in jail, he wrote so many mercy petitions to the British government. Mercy petitions, that means forgiveness letter. Forgiveness letter. See here, the first mercy petition, 30th August 1911. On this date, V. Savarkar wrote the first mercy petition. In that mercy petition, he mentioned that please release me from this jail. Okay, na? So like this he mentioned. But Britishers didn't accept that. Again, the second mercy petition was on 4th November 1913. On this 4th November 1913, again he wrote second mercy petition to the British government. Here also, the British government did not accept that. Again, third mercy petition was written on in 1917. Okay, this was also not accepted by the British government. But finally, fourth mercy petition, 1st February 1918. Okay, on this date, he given fourth mercy petition. After giving all these 4 petitions of mercy, one side he is giving mercy petitions to the British government, and other side the Indian Congress leaders. Okay, the Indian Congress leaders here, due to the demands of Congress leaders, in 1924, Savarkar was released from jail. One side he is writing mercy petitions. In those mercy petitions, he is mentioned that please release me from the jail. After coming outside, I will not participate in any revolutionary activity. Okay, na? I will not fight against the British government. Like this he mentioned. On the other side, the Congress leaders also demanded the British government to release Veer Savarkar from the jail. Because of the pressure of Congress leaders, in 1924, the British government released Savarkar from the jail. Okay, and after coming out from the jail, in 1937, he joined in Hindu Mahasabha. Okay, this is an organization. In this organization, in 1937, Veer Savarkar was joined. Okay, and after some years, he became the president of that organization. Okay, and one more thing, in 1942, Gandhiji launched one movement, that is the Quit India movement. But here he criticized the Quit India movement. He means Veer Savarkar criticized it. Okay, now he didn't show any interest towards the Quit India movement. He criticized that movement. And one more thing, assassination of Mahatma Gandhiji was happened on 30th January 1948. On 30th January 1948, Mahatma Gandhiji was assassinated by one person. Okay, now, and that person name is Nathuram Godse. In that case, Nathuram Godse was arrested, and with him one more person, that is Veer Savarkar, also arrested. Okay. In the case of assassination of Mahatma Gandhiji, Veer Savarkar was also arrested by the British government on 7th February 1948. Okay, in the next month, the 7th date, Savarkar was arrested by the British government. But here, lack of evidence. There was no proper evidences. That's why the government released him. Okay, this is about Veer Savarkar. Okay. Next, revolutionary movement in Bengal. Okay, in Bengal, what happened? Let us see now. Here one revolutionary activist, that is P. Mishra. Okay, and he started an organization. That organization name is Anushilan Samiti. Okay, Anushilan Samiti was one of the organization which was set up by P. Mishra. And why he started this Anushilan Samiti? What are the main aims of this Anushilan Samiti? What is the purpose? See here, making Britishers to withdraw the Bengal partition order. Okay. Already in 1905 the Bengal division, Bengal partition, okay now, order was given by the British government. So to against that Bengal partition, P. Mishra started one organization. By establishing this organization, he fought against the British government. Okay, and this organization pressured the government to withdraw its Bengal partition order. Okay, that is the main aim. And one more thing, to get the freedom from Britishers. Okay, first main aim is to pressure the British government to withdraw the order of Bengal partition. Second one is to get freedom from the Britishers. These two are the main aims of Anushilan Samiti. Okay, na? And here one more person in this Bengal, that is Barindra Kumar Ghosh. Okay, na? Barindra Kumar Ghosh. He is also one of the revolutionary activists in Bengal. And in 1905, Bhavani Mandir book was written by this person. Okay, that means Barindra Kumar Ghosh wrote one book in 1905. That book name was Bhavani Mandir. Okay, and in this book, which information he written? Okay, about what things he written? See here, information about revolutionary activities in our India against the Britishers. So many leaders fighting, and they are doing so many activities. Okay, about all those revolutionary activities he mentioned in that book. Okay, by reading that book, the remaining people also can understand what is going on in the society, how our leaders are fighting. Okay, about this total information they can get from the book of Bhavani Mandir. So in this way, Barindra Kumar Ghosh, he contributed himself towards the freedom fighting. Next, some magazines also published in Bengal. Okay, na? Magazines, Yugantar and Sandhya. These two are the famous magazines in Bengal. Okay, and in these magazines publish anti-British opinions. In these magazines, the publishers published the anti-British opinions. That means the opinion of the Indians which was against the Britishers. Okay, the opinion of Indians which was against the Britishers, which criticized the British rule. Those things mentioned in these magazines. Okay. By reading these magazines, all the people got inspired and they have understood what was going in the society like that. Next, Mukti Kaun Pate. This was also one of the book. Okay, in this book, the author, okay now, he requested the soldiers to provide arms to Indian revolutionaries. Okay now, in this book, what they mentioned, to providing some arms. Arms means weapons to the Indian revolutionaries. That means the persons who are fighting for the freedom of the country. For them, he requested some of the arms from the soldiers. Okay. In this way, in Bengal, the freedom struggle was going on. Okay. So this is a small information regarding the revolutionary movements in Maharashtra and in Bengal. Okay.